and for the term July 21 to 24. And along with that, she's associated with the Toastmasters since 2019. People, ideas, and communication have always been her area of interest. She likes to spend her time taking care of her indoor plants, doing DIYs and art. You know who she is? She is Toastmaster Anisha Roy. Please welcome with a huge round of applause. Please welcome Toastmaster Anisha Roy. The podium is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Tulika. Our speaker here today is going to deliver his level 5 speech. Now, the purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing and presenting a long speech. I wish all the best to the speaker. The speech is going to be for 18 to 22 minutes. So the timer can adjust the timing accordingly. I wish all the best to the speaker. Looking forward to the speech. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anisha. So now we are going to listen a very beautiful and awe-striking speech. And it's really going to be an euphoric moment if I'm not wrong. Everyone knows that, right? So what? Our speaker is a person who has won many accolades in various speech contests, be it a division, district, or anything else. He's an eloquent speaker. When he starts speaking, he sounds like an Anglophone. So please welcome with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Rajashri Roy. Toastmaster Rajashri Roy, sit back your setbacks. Sit back your setbacks. Toastmaster Rajashri Roy. The podium is all yours.
Let us all begin by watching a video. So I'll share my screen and show you a video. Tamalika, we don't have the sound for that video. Sorry, can we stop the sharing, please? Let me try from my side. Sorry about the inconvenience. Is my screen visible to everyone? Can someone please say?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, we can see it.
After being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers said he would never amount to much. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. At age 11, he was cut from his team after being diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which made him smaller in stature than most kids his age. At 30 years old, he was left devastated and depressed after being unceremoniously removed from the company he started. A high school dropout whose personal struggles with drugs and poverty culminated in an unsuccessful suicide attempt. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and that he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Rejected by Decca Recording Studios, who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business." His first book was rejected by 27 publishers. His fiancée died, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections.
So I hope all of you saw that video, and be it Abraham Lincoln or Oprah Winfrey or Steve Jobs, they all had one thing in common. Can someone please tell me what that thing was from this video? Anyone in this room?
Age is not the factor.
Age is not the
They
factor.
all got rejected.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
All got rejected.
Absolutely correct. They all got rejected. They all experienced failures, but they all failed forward, and they set back their setbacks. A very good evening, Madam Toastmaster, my fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. In our lives, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes things don't go well. Despite how much effort we put in, despite how much planning we do, despite how much emotions we invest, life sometimes do knock us down, and we get into setbacks. And it is at that point, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to take a call, whether we would get into depression or we would pick ourselves up and come back stronger. Now, let me ask all of you one question. Do you all remember the first time when you learned how to ride a bicycle? Our Toastmaster of the day was talking about bicycle rides. So do you all remember the first day of your bicycle ride? Yeah, can I have a quick show of hands from people? Yes, I can see Shubham who's raised his hand. Yes, and I'm pretty sure that you would have fallen down several times in trying to learn how to ride the bicycle. But every single time that you fell down, did you want to quit? Perhaps not. You would have picked yourself up, shook off that dust, and happily paddled again. Such is our life, ladies and gentlemen. Our life is just like that bicycle ride. And every single time we fall down, we will have to come back stronger. Now, let me ask some of you in this room. Normally, in an impromptu speaking, and for those of you who are Toastmasters here would know that in table topics, one person who never gets a chance is the general evaluator. So today, through my speech, let me give an opportunity to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Jayati, to ask her one of the setbacks that she has encountered in her life. Toastmaster Jayati, if you can share one of the setbacks that you've encountered in your life.
Rajeshri, I have plenty of setbacks which have sort of put me in the right direction and put me back on track. I got derailed in life when I lost my husband. And then that was a huge setback, but that made me come forward, and that made me learn life lessons which I'd never learned before. And that put me back on track. So it was not a setback. It was a learning. And when people come to me with stuff like this, and they've not done this, they've not achieved that, they've not gotten this, they haven't, they had hope for something and something else happened, I always tell them, remember what happens is for the best. It will teach you a lesson of a lifetime and you will learn from it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Jayati, so for beautifully articulating what setbacks mean to her. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who haven't had the opportunity of listening to Toastmaster Jayati's district level speech, ISC, she talks about her setbacks and how she has come out victorious and the person that she is today. And that is why I admire and adore her so much. Fortunately for me, I have had my share of several setbacks over the years, just like Toastmaster Jayati. Surprised why I use the word fortunately? Because whatever I am today, ladies and gentlemen, I owe a lot of it to those setbacks that I've had, to the failures I have experienced, and to the losses that I have incurred. Ladies and gentlemen, let me, or rather allow me, to take you on a flashback in time to my journey of personal failures. And I would like to show you my transformation of failures into my fuel. Our next participant is Rajoshi Roy from class 5A. The Character of Happy Life by Sir Henry Wotton. How happy is he born and taught, that serveth not another's will, whose armor Ladies and gentlemen, that day I have gone completely blank. Just like today, all eyes fixed on me. There was pin drop silence in the auditorium. Not a whisper, not a movement. I tried my best to recall my lines, but I failed. I failed miserably. And all I could do was to hang my head in shame and embarrassment and quietly walked off that stage. That day, ladies and gentlemen, I came back home and cried. I cried to my heart's content and then made one promise to myself that I am going to set back my setbacks and come back stronger next year. The following year, I did participate, and there were a lot of speculations, you know. People were talking behind my back, people were making fun of me, people were laughing at me. Some people said it's rather stupid of me to do this. I'm going to make a fool of myself one more time. But I didn't deter from my decision. And this time, my story had a different ending. I not only won the contest next year, but I had the highest scores in the history of the competition. And as I stand today, 28 years later, that record is still intact. No one has been able to beat me. Ladies and gentlemen, such is the power of self-belief. And I want to tell you something, that setbacks does not rock your self-belief. Instead, it helps you develop a rocking self-belief. And talking about self-belief, in the year 2001, Selena Jetli in the Miss Universe competition was asked a question, who motivates you and why? To which she answered, I, me, myself motivates me. Because if I can't motivate myself, no one else can. And that's so true, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it? No matter what adversities we face, no matter what problems we encounter, no matter what hardships we see, if we can't motivate ourselves, no one else can. We really need to step back our setbacks. At this point, let me take a pause and ask you all a question. And I want answers from all of you. I've been talking about setbacks and how you can emerge from those setbacks. But what if you keep having setbacks after setbacks after setbacks? Can you maintain your calm? Can you still continue to think rationally? Let me ask Himashri, who's here. Himashri, what do you think?
Yes, I would like to talk about myself also, because I had gone through so many, situations in my life. Like, shall I share my think about to you? Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes,
If you're comfortable, please go ahead.
Yes, exactly. Like it was a setback for me, I would like to talk about. And it started when Corona started, when it was a time of Corona, when I used to see like people were dying at that time, isn't it? So at that moment, I got depressed. And this is the story. I am the actress of that story. Okay. So I used to feel like that, what would be happening to my family? After someday, my husband will die. My son would die. And I used to see everyone is dead on my bed. Okay. And you all would have known about that. Anxiety, depression, panic attacks. Yes, I'm the actress of those things, And most of the people, they were suggesting me, just go ahead with psychiatrist. And I denied. Okay. And one day I decided to go. And my mother was letting me know that, why are you going to psychiatrist? Are you getting mad or something? Like, this is the perception of people nowadays. Like they feel like if someone is going to psychiatrist, it means they are mad. So, but yes, no, I took my chance and I went down there to a very renowned psychiatrist where I'm living here. And he was letting me know that, Himashri, you were consciously fear about something. You have a fear, but you were conscious. Okay. You are the someone, you can take your decision. And everyone is happy. Can you see everyone? And like this Corona will go someday, but you will remain same, isn't it? And next thing, he told me one very good thing that still I remember. That is, never let your mind to dominate you. I can give you a tablet. I can give you a tablet, then yes, I can, you can surpass your thing. But moreover, if your mind is not going to accept your thing properly, definitely it will never gonna work. So that is the thing that I came back to my home. I threw all my medicines and now I'm sitting here with you. That is my setback and I could come out easily. And what I felt, power is within us. That is what I believe. And next thing, if you are feeling something else, if you are feeling bad, definitely you should go to psychiatrist and show yourself. At least you can evaluate yourself where you are standing, isn't it? And I would like to talk about one thing, like, whenever we feel, actually we have got two lives, two lives. First life, when we got birth at that time, and when we feel that we have got only one life to live. So we should be happy every time, isn't it? So that is my story about this thing. Yes, I had a setback. It was a very bad moment, but I'm not like that right now. I am courageous enough to stay here with you all. And yes, and I'm feeling euphoric. Yes, thank you very much.
Wow.
Wonderful.
What a lovely thought and how beautifully you projected it, Himashri. Can we have a huge round of applause for Himashri?
Thank you.
And I would especially like to thank you, Himashri, for introducing this facet of depression into this story I was trying to build, because I will soon come to that. So thank you for being the preface to my story that I'm going to follow.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was talking about setbacks after setbacks, right? My 4 years of engineering has undoubtedly been the golden period of my life. I was euphoric. I was on top of the world. I was not only my college topper, I was also declared my college representative. Everything was going fantastic. But when the placement season started, I could not crack a single interview. In fact, I was not being able to clear the first round of any interviews. My classmates were surprised. My professors shocked. And I was devastated and frustrated. Yes, I did want to give up. But I told myself that I am born for greater things. And this is an opportunity for me to gear up and prep up for even greater things to come. And you know what's the best thing? I did not give up. I kept on trying. And after several rejections, I finally managed to secure my first job with Oracle Bangalore. That day, ladies and gentlemen, I could have given up. That day, I could have stopped trying. I could have gone into depression. In fact, as per a study by World Health Organization in March 2023, more than 3.8% of the world population, and I mean the world population, suffers from depression due to the adversities they might have faced or due to the setbacks they might have come across. And this 3.8% accounts to a whooping figure of 280 million people. Yes. And of this 280 million, 700,000 people commit suicide every single year, predominantly of the age group 15 to 29. And those are alarming statistics, my dear friends, aren't they? But I'm glad. You know why? I'm glad because I don't constitute one of those 280 million. I did not give up that day. I'm glad that I could successfully set back my setbacks. But you know, when I suffered the greatest setback till date, it was on 2nd of July, 2020. That day, I lost my Baba. I lost my father. That day, my superhero was gone forever. That day, I was crippled from every possible angle. That day, I felt a sense of void, which will never get filled. But that day I knew I cannot give up. That day I knew I had massive shoes to fill. And that day I knew I need to set back my setbacks and move on. Ladies and gentlemen, our life is just like a boxing match. And all these setbacks and failures and impediments are like our opponent. It can give us a knock or two, it can give us a blow, it can knock us down. Every time we get knocked down, we need to get back on our feet before that 10 count and fight stronger. And thereby, we will not only be victorious in that boxing match, but also in life. So the next time you suffer a setback, pick yourself up, shake off that dust, and paddle again. The next time you suffer a setback, get back up on your feet before that 10 count and fight stronger. And remind yourself to see the glass half full and not half empty every single time. Remind yourself that there is light at the end of every dark tunnel. Remind yourself that every dark cloud does have a silver lining. And remind yourself to set back your setbacks to be better versions of yourself. Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, it was just wow. Can we have a huge round of applause for our speaker, Toastmaster Rajesh Roy? Please give a huge round of applause for such a beautiful, euphoric, and phenomenal speech, isn't it? We came to know about how to cope up with our setbacks, right? He has went through so many challenges, but since those challenges were like these things to him, and he came up with the setback and all. So with this, I would like to share a short incident of my life. When I was near about, I was in 6th or 7th standard, if I'm not wrong. Being a Bengali, it's a very interesting thing in every family that every girl should know music, should know singing, or anything into music and singing. So I was into singing, as my parents were also. So it's a funny story, I would say, and some emotions are also linked with it. I was about to sing in a Kali Pujo function that was in our colony, and I was about to sing a Shama Shangit and a bhajan. I have a problem with this, that when I start singing, singing is at side and the sargam is at side. While doing the sargam in the harmonium, I cannot keep on concentrating on the singing. Either I have to sing or I have to concentrate on the saregamapa. So I cope up with this, and I struggled really hard to do that. But when I started singing, my voice is going, but my sargam is going somewhere like this and that. So I do not know what to do, but I need to maintain the tal. Otherwise, if tal goes off, then I will also go off. So what I did, I was so panicked at that time that if the sargam doesn't matches with my tone, what will happen? My father is also standing in front of me in the audience. He was always having a check on me that whether I was doing well or not. But I got panicked actually. And what I did, to my, I do not know from where it came, I just simply tried on the sa and pa. If you sing, you know that what sa pa means to the singer. I tried sa pa sa and carried on, and I finished. I completed the bhajan. I completed Shama Shonge, and to my surprise, I really won the first prize in that singing competition, and that was so wonderful to me that even though I panicked so much, I didn't got away with the tal, and I continued. Though my father was little angry that why cannot you manage with your singing, your saregamapa and all that. But I said, Father, if I am not able to do that, please just let it be. I think people do focus on singing, right? Lata Mangeshkar, when she sings, does she do harmonium? Does she play harmonium on the stage? When Shreya Ghosal is singing, is she playing harmonium on the stage? No. She's just singing. She's just focusing on her singing, right? So with this, we would like to carry on our meeting. Now, today we have an icebreaker speech too in our meeting, right? So this icebreaker speech is really going to be a very good session for us. So I would like to, first of all, I would like to call upon our evaluator for the speech. So our evaluator is none other than the Toastmaster Durga, and she's very charming person, and she's very simple, hardworking, and she's a corporate professional for 2 decades who believes in give to the world best you have, and the best will come back to you. Isn't it such a good notion? Isn't it? It's such a nice thing. I also learned from this particular quote she has mentioned. So please welcome our evaluator for this speech, Toastmaster Durga Mane. Please give a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. You're really making us euphoric, believing in us, and really looking forward to this meeting. So, how many of us remember our first speech, the icebreaker? Today, we are going to have second icebreaker speech. The first icebreaker speech by the speaker, but our second speech. So, the speaker today is giving her icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Timer, please note the length of the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. With that, I wish the speaker all the very best.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Durga. Now, our speaker is going to give her icebreaker speech. She is a passionate individual in the field of IT who has a deep love for traveling and discovering new destinations. She is a food lover and a person who likes to help others. So she is none other than Toastmaster Veena Patil. So please give a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster Veena Patil. Embracing the skies, a journey of determination and perseverance. Embracing the skies, a journey of determination and perseverance, Toastmaster Veena Patil. The podium is all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow dreamers, today I'm going to tell you a tale about a girl who was prematurely born. She had many difficulties coping up with her studies and from the very early age of her life. So when she started schooling, that time she was not able to understand things because of her memory. It was very slow at a very lower pace. But her family never bothered her with it. With the loving and caring nature of her family, which always encouraged her to move ahead, she was able to complete her studies, not with a very flying colors, but yes, she was able to go ahead with her career and her studies. Gradually, she completed her schooling. Then she moved to the college. There, she was doing pretty well, not very good at studies, but yes, she was able to cope up well with her studies. She completed her graduation and then she pursued a job. She started working as a back office executive in a bank. Earlier, she thought that it would be a simple try for her. The work would be not much difficult for her, but understanding the job culture and the environment, it was really difficult for her to cope up there. And finally, she had to take a decision to resign. She felt very sad and dejected that time, and she was not sure what to do. She was very worried. Will she be able to cope up with it? Will she able to move forward in her career? Amidst the darkness, a friend of hers suggested her the field of testing. Here, she got a dream again renewed. As she had a dream to fly high and set her wings high in the sky. So she took this as a challenge to take up this career. She completed the course. She was uh, she was very lucky enough. She was lucky enough to have secured a job with couple of interviews, and she start, she understood this new role is going to get her new challenges in her life, but she did not take it as a setback. She took it as a challenge and slowly, steadily, she started moving high, high, high in her career as she had the wings and she had soared to fly. So slowly, steadily, she started moving from one organization to another, excelling in her testing career. But today, she has a dream to move in a leadership role and to achieve great heights, as she wants to fly high in the sky. So today I am here to tell you a tale. This girl, the tale which I am telling you is me. I have had many setbacks, many failures, as Rajeshri was saying. But every failure I took it as an opportunity to step ahead, move ahead in my career, and I am currently the role which I am pursuing. That role also is a that role is also a challenge for me because it has many different aspects to it. So this is my journey, and as I am trying to spread my wings and fly higher, I would help and encourage everyone to see dreams. Dreams will help you to reach the height. So, as Rajeshri said, setback is never a setback. It is a stepping stone to move ahead in your life. So, dream high and soar high in the sky. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we get a huge round of applause? Can we get a standing ovation? Because it's our rule. It's a meeting thing that once icebreaker speech is given, please give a standing applause for her. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Veena. It was such a nice speech. You again focused on that how to combat your setbacks, right? Every one of us in our life have faced many challenging situations, but yes, we cope up with that. We did left it behind and we accepted that challenge, right? So with this, I would like to call upon one of our guests, if anyone can share a short story of their life, any happening, any funny, interesting, anything, if they want to share. Can any one of you unmute and stay? Can I call upon the stage Toastmaster Mrinal Ghosh?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, please. Yes, you are.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine. All of us are so fine. All of us having us beautiful smiling faces. Yeah.
Okay, so as you know, I just this is first time I got here by ma'am Toastmaster Tulika Pramanik Guha. This is my first time speech, and I've never experienced this thing. So I will try my best, and I want to tell you something about the setbacks of my life, and I think it's a experience what I can share that due to my business, and I'm doing actually interior decoration, as I can say. So I have met many people who got their new homes in their new locations. So one of my client, I went their house, and they told me to renovate their house, right? So that was another pupil's uh, old flat, what I need to renovate. Okay, so I just got a basic instinct, which all we have, I think, that we all are animals, right? We are, I mean, we are living animals, right? So we are not only who are living in this earth. The other animals are also here, right? But nowadays, I can say we are uh, we are about to face a setback on our all living people's life. But how? This is the why I think that we are now building our buildings by destroying other animals' buildings. That's what I can say. And also, we are not thinking about our own one and only uh, earth. I mean, the place where we are living, right? So I think we need to think right now, because the thousands of years we are developing ourselves to reach these conditions. Our science, our infrastructures, they are developed day by day, and right now we are about to face a new era of AI. So these things are developing our lifestyles, our way of living, and our thinking process. But the thing we are forgetting, that the mess we are already have started by polluting our earth, by spreading the plastic pollution everywhere, and these are doing we are doing every day. Okay, so I think we, the people, are about to face a setback by polluting our own home. Okay, so I think we will learn that, but after that time, when the time will come that we have to see that our earth is no more, maybe, the day by day how we are crushing this thing day by day by pulling out all elements from digging soil, the gold, all oils, all water, everything we're digging, but we are not pouring the water back in inside. Okay, so just a few weeks earlier, I have seen a news that in Russia there was kilometers of land that uh, pressed under. Okay, so up to 1 kilometer, I think 1 kilometer or the 1.5 kilometer area, totally sucked in the area. Okay, so this is the beginning of everything, I think, and we need to think about this all. But if we miss this thing, we have to regret by losing our own earth, and we have to set back our backs on the moon, and we will see the earth keep destroying. And in that condition, I don't think our science is not that much developed till now that we can stop this all things. So I think we have to learn ABCD, EFGH, of course, but we have to learn first how to keep nature well, and how to deal with plastic garbages, and also how to keep other animals happy, and we have to give them space also, that they can live properly. So as an interior decorator, I have a great feeling for myself that I want to do something for other animals also. And I want to say everyone, whoever the all gates and all Toastmasters, that we need to think that how to deal with this all things. Okay, so that's all, and thank you, Toastmaster Tulika. So over to you.
Thank you so much, guest Rupam Ghosh. We are so delighted to listen from you, and you really seemed like a Toastmaster. Also, we are hoping that you will join our club very soon. We are expecting your joining in our club. It was really very nice to put an insight on the pollution situation today. Yes, we are dealing with this pollution nowadays. We do not know what is going to happen, though government is doing all efforts in reducing and making the world better, but still we are in danger nowadays. Okay, so I would also like to call upon Toastmaster Mrinal Ghosh to share a short story of him with us. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So I believe short stories, I always try to connect with the peoples. So one thing is right now is connecting. So I believe in three things. I'll not take too much time. Connect, innovate, and collaborate. These are the three things each and every members in the professional world or maybe the personal world should follow that. How you can connect with the peoples, how you can collaborate with the teams, and then innovate. Try to bring some innovative in your meeting to becoming a better version of yourself or your club. So that story I just want to bring each and every club. I think that is important. That's why you are here, to becoming a better version of ourselves. And another good opportunity is already there. We always try to save money. And tomorrow is the last date, 31st July is the last date. We can save $15 money. So for now, right now, becoming a better version of yourself, I urge you, each and every members, try to renew till March 2024, becoming a better versions, becoming a better connector, better innovator, or better collaborator among us, within us. I know that you people are already doing a fabulous job in your club. So that's all from my side.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Minal Ghosh, for coming up to our club and giving your wonderful insight into it. So without wasting a little bit of more time, I would like to hand over this podium to our table topic master. So our table topic master she's a clinical research professional since 7 years, and her hobby is of dancing. Okay, so let's hand over the podium to our table topic master, Toastmaster Tamalika. Please give a huge round of applause for her. Over to you, Toastmaster Tamalika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tulika, for this loving introduction. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Are you ready for the table topic? Table topic is the most exciting and challenging part of the Toastmaster. It builds our ability to think on your foot. So, and don't miss the word of the day, euphoria. So, who wanna be the first participant? Okay. So please choose one number.
3.
Toastmaster Subbarao, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Toastmaster Subbarao.
During my childhood, I never ever saw the plastic. Because if you go to the shop to buy anything, either within a paper or like some type of leaf made with some pure bamboo paper, it was very nice. But as long as I grown up, we started with the uses of plastic. Without plastic, there won't be no house, no grocery shop, no food material, nothing. But I strongly believe in micro levels also, we might consume this plastic. But every day we know, still we are staying in cities, we are come up with some milk packets, food packets, everything packets. It's totally scary. How I can avoid these things? Can't we take how we are spending for every time, like doing yoga, exercise, some peace of mind, some entertainment activity? Can't we send for 5 to 10 minutes to take one bag, to take any kind of, when you buy vegetables, or like if you want to go to bring some groceries, you can take some of your own bag, make it within a jute or some cloth, which is very helpful for the society as well as the upcoming generation. If anyone give me a chance to change it, definitely this is the first item I would bring up and encourage to each and everyone here and around, and make them urge to make it possible. as an initiative, as I take it, this initiative from my home, maximum from past 6 to 8 months, I avoiding the usage of plastic as much as. If the food which is come up with the plastic, I try to stop it. Though if I'm hungry, I won't take it at all. At least that small thing makes it, may not be big, but over a period of time, if as in a group, as in a group of people, we can change it. So what do you think, table topic master?
Yeah, that's really a nice thought. So, anyone from guest, our guest, Ashok Pujari, would you like to volunteer?
Yeah, I will try.
Okay. So choose any one number from 1 to 16.
10.
So, Mr. Guest, your topic is only one dish as lunch and dinner for every day. Mr. Ashok Pujari.
Thank you, table topic master. The one lunch for every lunch and dinner for every day. I would prefer to have a tur dal. I don't get bored or something irritated with that food. If I have, we call it as like uh, in a various place dal simply. So that is enough for not only lunch and dinner, for all the time. I prefer to have that wherever I go, or if I want to try, not try, wherever I go outside, I would prefer to have that. That connects me, my instinct, and I enjoy that food. So that is enough for me to have the lunch and the dinner for all the day. Thank you, table topic master.
Thank you, Ashok. I would like to choose dal and rice also. Anyone from guest? Mr.
Can I
Rupam?
choose?
Arijit, Arijit has raised his hand for some time. So do you want to give him a chance?
Yeah, Arijit?
Okay, I will try.
Please choose any one number.
You can choose for me. Don't worry.
Okay. Choosing 9.
Great.
So, Toastmaster Arijit, how artificial intelligence will affect our life? Toastmaster Arijit.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Since I'm childhood, I'm very lazy person. After come artificial intelligence, I'm very lazy because when I'm going for office and I'm getting some work over there, I'm found it is very difficult. It will take time. So in that time, what should I do? I was thinking artificial intelligence. So I put it down my work on artificial intelligence and get it done as early as possible. So it's very beneficial for me. And The lazy person always using that kind of smart work. I believe that. Right? Everyone say like me? Yes. The thing is that artificial intelligence, I believe that things come for lazy person. Without that thing coming, they are not going to done proper job without anything. So I thanks to COVID situation, that kind of event was done in during COVID. So I believe that everyone must use in artificial intelligence in your day, in once or two, whatever it is. Now, right now, this is a very good, but the main thing is that if we already focus on, or we already try to do artificial intelligence to do your work, it's not good. Just try to say, if you work in a good way, you can try to artificial intelligence for correction, not in proper use. If you do regularly and it can habituate, that your energy and your expression was gone. So you can depend upon artificial intelligence after that. So I believe that it's a good take to work with artificial intelligence. So I also use several times, but it will take some rest also for betterment in ourselves to take time. And that's all for my side. So what do you think, table topic master? Are you using artificial intelligence for your official purpose or unofficial purpose? Back to you. Thank you.
I used it for both purposes, and it's matter of what, how we utilize it and purpose of that. So next, I want to request Miss Durga Mane, please come on the podium.
Sure. I'll go with one. One is done, is it? So I don't know. Can't hear you. You're on mute.
So Toastmaster Durga Mane, most beautiful childhood memory, Toastmasters Durga Mane.
My most beautiful childhood memories. Innumerable memories, but if I have to choose one, that would be eating cake. Cake was my favorite food. I could eat cake for breakfast, for lunch, and dinner, so much so that I would also sleep with cake in my bed because I was so scared if I don't eat that cake or I don't have that cake close to me, then somebody else will have it. Because I also wanted to take that piece of cake with me from to the school for for my tiffin. I was haunted by cake. And those days of my childhood, of course, we would get those pastry kind of cake, but not to that extent. And my dad would mostly travel to Mumbai and big cities. While coming on phone, the only reminder that I had for my dad is get me a cake. Yeah. So cake was something that I could not live without. And whenever I would take cake in my tiffin box, I would eat alone. Can you believe that? Only one person that I could share that piece of cake was myself. And while going to school, I would tell my mom, take care of cake. The cake was so much in my bloodstream and my mind and my memory that during my 10th standard, I learned baking cake. I'm very happy to announce that I've baked really good cakes. I still love cake. So one of the best childhood memories that I have and was blessed with the parents who were okay with that was eating and now baking cake. Happy to say even my daughter loves cake and also my nephews for that matter. So we all are the group of people who enjoy cakes. So do you like cakes, Toastmaster of the table topic master of the day?
Yes, I love cake, and now I am craving for it. Hmm. So, Mr. Himasri, would you like to come in the podium?
Yes, yes, definitely. I would like to try.
Sorry, it's my
Yes.
mistake.
Okay, okay. I
And
can
please,
try.
please choose any number.
Yes. 11.
Okay.
Yes. Oh
So,
my God.
Miss Himasri, ghost I would like to meet. Miss Himasri.
Ghost I would like to meet. Okay. Yes. When I used to be a child at that time, like in our Assam, there is a one ghost used to be there. And we sometimes people used to consider him as a god, and sometimes people used to call him a ghost. Okay. And that is called, the name of the ghost is Budha. Okay. Budha means old. Budha Dangoria, we call him. Okay. But whenever I used to go my grandparent home, at the time, I was just, I just wanted to see that ghost. Okay. And once what happened, I went down to, Namgarh. The people used to consider that thing used to be there in Namgarh. Namgarh means it's a holy place of Assamese people, okay, where people used to go. And, I just went down with my grandmom. Then I was asking him, what is that? I just want to see that ghost once, just once in my life. I just want to experience that thing in my life. But unfortunately, I went down with her to Namgarh, and I couldn't see the ghost till now. But sometimes really I want to see that ghost. But most of the time people say that it's a god, and even some people say it's a ghost. Yes, that is, like Buddha Dangoria, I want to see in my life. Yes, once. Yes, thank you very much for the great table topic.
I also heard so much story on ghost from Assam and Guwahati.
Yes, yes, there are so many, like Jokhini. We say one booth that is called Jokhini. It's a, lady ghost. Yes. And I'm really desperately eager to see that ghost. Where can I meet? Yes.
Can you see? I mean, is it a make-believe thing or it exists?
No, ma'am. Most of the people, they believe that they can see, whoever go to Namgarh at late night. So they can see, yes. Sometimes they even sit together with people, like whoever is very much religious, they can see that ghost. I wouldn't believe that that is a ghost, but this is a, the most of, if you, suddenly face something, definitely you will be feeling, like fear, isn't it? But if you are considering, yes, exactly. So I would say like it's neither a ghost nor a god. Okay, but yeah, but people have been considering in Assam like Buddha Dangoria is a god. Yes, he is the god.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Anyone from guest want to attend the table topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So choose any number.
15.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Arijit, your biggest fear, Mr. Arijit.
Rupam, actually, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
Rupam.
I'm sorry, Rupam.
No issue, no issue. Okay,
Your
thank you
biggest
for
fear, Rupam.
thank you, ma'am, for the table topic. The biggest fear we were faced, what according to me, it is facing new things, because I'm actually a shy child.
Rupam, you are on mute.
You're on mute, Rupam.
Am I audible now? Actually, hello?
Yes,
Am I audible now?
yes.
Okay, thank you. The thing I'm about to tell that every time I faced some new things, I got some fear about that because I was in childhood I was a shy child actually. So during that time I have faced many problems with dealing new things. So yeah, but after getting the involved in that thing, I think I could have deal with that. But every time I got some new situations, it gives me a little bit uncomfortable situation. So yeah, that's the biggest fear I have. Thank you.
So, Veena, you have raised your hand.
Yes.
Yes, please choose any number.
Number 6.
Sorry, 6 is done.
Okay. Number 8.
Toastmaster Veena, are humans better at destruction or creation? Toastmaster Veena.
So, are humans better in destructions or creations? So, I would go with humans are better in destructions than in creations. In the if you see the current environment situation, to have to have more and more people living in this environment, we as humans have been cutting the trees, destroying the environment, which is getting so much of calamities in around us. We have floods, we have weather has gone haywire, everything, like there are so many things human has destroyed. So the use of plastic which we are using in the current times, everything is helping the environment to destroy, and that's the reason why I feel humans are destructive. I know they have done good creations also, but they need to understand that nature, Mother Nature, needs to be saved. So we need to look back and think about the destructions we are doing right now. What do you feel about this table topic, Master?
I am on the similar point of view. Oh. So, do you have time to continue the table topic? Or we
No,
move to the next session?
yeah, let us move to the next session.
We must stop here because let us
Yeah. Okay, hand over the podium to Miss Tulika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tamalika Chatra, for conducting such a beautiful table topic session. I guess everyone who is present here have enjoyed this table topic session. Well, thank you and give a huge round of applause for our table topic master, Tamalika Chatra. Thank you. And without wasting a single moment, because we are really running short of time, so I would like to hand over this podium to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Jayati Datta, for further evaluations. So the podium is all yours, Toastmaster Jayati.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I would quickly ask on the evaluator of this first speaker to come on the podium and give us your evaluations. Toastmaster Anisha.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Set back your setbacks. Toastmaster Rajarshi had not only a very, very interesting title, but I might add, it was almost like a tongue twister. And that made it even more special. Toastmaster Rajarshi, I loved how you started your speech with a wonderful video for all of us. We could understand that who were these people and why they did not walk down and why they did not give up. So thank you for delivering that inspiring message right at the start of your speech. I also like that you had very good voice modulation. You are a seasoned speaker, but in this speech specifically, I could see you hitting all the right notes when it comes to voice modulation, because it was something which was more inspiring for the audience. So your highs and lows were almost something that every audience would connect to. I personally connected to. I also like the fact that you brought in your childhood memories, which is a very good way to connect to each and every one of us. So kudos to you for bringing in relevance into your speech right at the start. I also like the fact that you had very impressive words and phrases in your speech, like I'm born for greater things, my rocking self-belief, and not a whisper, not a movement. I also want to state here that Toastmaster Rajarshi used a very, very good way of delivering or highlighting a certain point, which is called the 3-point rule, which means the same thing you say 3 different times. So I recall that he said that not a whisper, not a movement, not a gesture. So everything, when you say it 3 times, it makes greater impact. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Rajarshi. You were able to implement that in a speech, which once again, one needed that kind of inspiration for the audience. A few things that I would want you to look into, the first of which, I know you are a seasoned speaker and we did have a little technical difficulty, but it almost felt like the speech momentum got broken when you reshared your video. So it's okay even if the audio is not there. If it is a concern for you, then maybe you can test it out a little bit before you start the session. But even without the audio, I feel that it was okay. The video was doing fine. We were able to read everything. So that is something that I would want you to just take care of in case you're sharing your screen the next time. I also feel that towards the start of your speech, you had a lot of audience interaction one after the other. Now, in a speech like this, where we are directly giving message to the audience, inspiration to the audience, distributing the audience interaction would be a greater, would help actually for the audience to understand the speech more. So if you can just work on that, I feel once again, you'll be able to understand as and when you deliver that where all we can distribute that audience interaction. The other thing that I would want, that I was really looking for is you have amazing body language. I've seen you deliver speeches before as well. This particular speech, your hand gestures and body movements were perfect. The one thing I could not see was your facial gestures. So I wanted probably you to come more closer to the camera or the camera to get closer to you so that I'm able to see that excitement or that drop of emotions in your face as well, other than your body language, other than your hand gestures. So these are the 3 things that I felt could have been incorporated. But overall, it was an amazing speech. You are a seasoned speaker. You hit all the right points when it comes to interaction and ending the speech on a high note. So kudos to you and all the best to you. I hope you shine throughout. Thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anisha. That was indeed a lovely evaluation. And Toastmaster Rajesh, that was a wonderful, inspirational, motivational speech. I think we have lots to take away from that. I mean, you came with this thought that it's all in your head. You need to change it yourself. You need to change it, go ahead and change it. You are the CEO of your life and you have it in you to go ahead and make those changes in your life, because we don't have the wand of Harry Potter. We ourselves are our own motivation, our own inspiration, and that is the message which you brought across beautifully. Lovely to watch you. I think I always come back to watch your speeches, especially because it is absolutely wonderful, entertaining, and so it's like music in motion. Wonderfully done. Thank you so much for sharing that speech, and thank God I'm here to witness it. And thank you for giving me the opportunity, Toastmaster, of all of you at this club. Okay, the next person on the podium would be the second evaluator, Toastmaster Durga Mani. Would you please come onto the stage and give us your evaluations?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. It always seems impossible until it is done. And our speaker today, who has delivered her icebreaker speech, has exactly proved that. Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmaster guest, and more importantly, Toastmaster Veena. Toastmaster Veena, I love the title. Embracing the Skies, a journey of determination and perseverance. This title itself made us go ahead and hear about your story. And then the way you took us through your life journey about you being premature baby and then not as good in your studies. However, you continued, did your graduation, admitted that you didn't come out with flying colors, got a back office job, and then your friend encouraged you to take up the course. You did that course. And in all of this journey, you've had your setback, but you made sure that you come out flying colors in each of this. And then you completed one course and now looking forward to get into a leadership role. Beautifully, you said that you've had your setbacks. However, you crossed those setbacks. You made your setback. Yeah. So all of that was brilliantly done. I would like to add few recommendations for you. See, this is your icebreaker speech. You did a brilliant job, definitely, because your icebreaker speech had, you gave it in a standing position. This was your first speech. You had actions, the wings, etc. However, I think it was too much on your plate. If you would have reduced certain actions, that would have helped you do better. Second is your internet connectivity, Toastmaster Veena. I think your internet connection was not very strong. Your beautiful speech, although we could hear, but if the connection was better, we would have, we would have got a chance to hear it better. So please take care of that internet connection. Thirdly, I would recommend you to have more impactful ending. Something that will, make us remember your speech for the long time. So apart from that, I think all in all, brilliant icebreaker speech, because in my speech I didn't have courage first and foremost to stand, and action, forget it. So your speech had beautiful title, beautiful actions, wonderful story. If you could have a good, you can slow down on action a bit, have a good internet connectivity and an impactful ending, I think your speech will go to a next level. I really want to look forward to hear you more and more. So over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durga. Toastmaster Veena. Yeah, Toastmaster Veena, you have a mentor. Toastmaster Veena, you have a mentor. Are you assigned with a mentor? Have you discussed this speech with her?
Yes, I had discussed.
Her, him?
Yes, I had discussed the speech with him.
Okay. So you practice the speech?
Yeah, I did practice the speech.
Okay. So what I feel, Toastmaster Veena, you need to structure your speech. See, every speech has three parts. You have an introduction, you have a content, you have a conclusion. In the introduction, you introduce yourself. In the content, you have a story or something on which you relate yourself with. And at the conclusion, you give a strong message, as rightly pointed out by your evaluator. So the next time you come on and give a speech in Toastmasters, please remember that these three things have to be there to make an impact. Okay, so you need to structure it. You need to structure it. You need to give it some life. You need to inject it with some dialogues. You need to inject it with beautiful expressions. And one thing you don't do is you don't borrow from the speaker who was speaking before you. That was done by you impromptu, right? You don't do that. You have your own story to tell. Tell it. We would love to hear your own original story. And that is what an icebreaker is all about. Okay, so next time you go on stage, be sure that you structure your speech properly. Look at some YouTube speeches of your icebreaker speech, and I'm sure that you will come back with a bang. You are a good speaker, because none of us, I believe 90% of us, did not have the guts to stand in front of the camera, give bodily expressions, give those facial expressions, move around the stage, and with so much of conviction, make use of that. You have it in you. Okay, please do come back, and I would love to see you in your next speech with all these things which I have talked to you, and all your whatever suggestions your evaluator has given you. All right, all the very best. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your speech with us. The next person on the podium, you're welcome. The next person on the podium is obviously me, because I have to talk about, do I take the timers, the counter, and the grammatical report now?
Yes, it's available.
Just go ahead.
You can
No
evaluate
problem. Yeah.
you can evaluate the table topics before that. Then we can do that report.
Okay, fine, not an issue. So should I evaluate the full session from the beginning to the end, and then take the tagging report?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you say, fine. Okay, fine. So now my evaluation for the whole session. First of all, I was so happy to see such lovely banter going on between all the members in the club before the meeting. I mean, it showed the kind of camaraderie you share, the kind of connection you share with each other. It was really, really nice to see such an atmosphere. I was happy about it, and I hope you keep that, because that is the way you improve. When you have each other's backs, you improve. There is no two ways about it. So very happy to see that. The meeting started at 6:36, which is a little bit here and there about the time, but not too late. Thank God for that. And the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Tamalika, you laid out the rules and regulations. You talked about the mission of Toastmasters Club. You introduced the president of your club warmly. Toastmaster Kamalika, what I was expecting from you was a little bit more of energy. After all, you are the first person to speak in a session. So bring in that energy. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this session. How are you feeling? Just bring in that energy. When you bring in that, set in that mode, the whole environment gets converted to that. All right. So next time, try to be a little more energetic. All right. Otherwise, a job well done. You introduced the president very well. The president, Toastmaster Durga Mane, what can I talk about this lady? This lady brings in all the smiles and all the vibes in this wonderful club. She's there always smiling and encouraging the people in the club, and she took she talked to everybody. Even if we are Toastmasters, we are coming from other clubs, she made sure that she talked to all of us and made us feel comfortable. That is exactly what a president does. So no recommendations for you on that, madam. Wonderful job, beautifully done. You introduced the Toastmaster of the day so lovingly. It was really nice to see something which I've learned from you today. Toastmaster of the day, Tuli. Toastmaster Tulika, the first thing which I loved about you is your warmth. The kind of warmth you exuded, the kind of welcoming smile you gave. It was really something which made me feel it's absolutely at home. When you asked, how is everyone feeling this evening? I wanted to put up my hand and say, I'm feeling fine. Thank you for asking. And that was really nice of you to say. The response you elicit from the members is very important because it catches our attention. It catches our attention how? Because when you ask a question, immediately our senses are perked. We know, okay, this lady is going to ask us something, so we better pay attention. So that is how you've done it. Beautifully done. You shared your personal story about how you wanted to ride your father's cycle, pushing a pedal, waiting for the next pedal to come on top, and then pushing it again. God, I relate with it so well. I've tried it myself with my elder brother's bicycle, you know. He's quite older to me, and I used to do all those sorts of things. Plus, I used to take my dad's shaving cream and try to put it on my face. So that was one thing I used to love doing. I just wanted to tell you that. Okay, laugh, Toastmaster Promitesh. Yeah, it is for you to laugh. Okay, your incident with your father and the report card which you showed your mother, and and how mothers have this instinct of knowing everything before the child shows or admits to it, and how your father took you out on that cycle ride and you made a solemn promise for yourself, saying that no more, I'm not going out in the winter to ride this cycle. I'm going to concentrate on my studies. Well done. You explained the Toastmaster session, the 3 parts, elaborately. You introduced the evaluators, the speakers, and the table topic master very well. I have 3 recommendations for you. The first one, in the beginning, you were pretty nervous and it was showing. Don't be nervous. You were looking nervous and it was, you were hesitating, you were a little confused, you were lost. I understand because this is the first time you're doing your Toastmaster of the day. This is perfectly okay because late stages, you got very comfortable with the role. That was transition I saw today. So very well done on that. So it is both commendation and a recommendation. All right. The next one is, sometimes your grammar was a little out of place. Just take care of it. Maybe the grammarian will be able to point it out better. Sometimes it was hitting the ears, so just think a little before you speak your next sentence. You will take care of it. You are a very good speaker. You can take care of it. The third one is, what I would love to see is when you introduce the speaker, you introduce the speaker, you give the speaker's type, you introduce the mentor of the speaker, because this is one time where the mentor gets highlighted. Okay, this is one time when the mentor puts in a lot of effort, isn't it? So this is one time when he or she gets highlighted. So don't forget to mention. This is all I have for you. And wonderfully done, Toastmaster Tulika. Beautifully done. And please come back with more roles of Toastmaster of the day very soon. I will call you at my club. Please do prepare for it and be there. And you have instilled confidence in me that you will do it much better, not only the TMOD, all the roles in a Toastmasters session. Thank you so much. And next, I would like to go on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Tamalika. You said that table topic teaches you how to think on your feet because it's an impromptu session. And you always you mentioned to use the word of the day, which is wonderful. Your choice of topics were pretty good because people were speaking their heart out. Very nice, very well done. Yes, I do have 2 recommendations for you. The first one is you repeat the topic twice. For example, when you called Toastmaster Subbarao, Toastmaster Subbarao, change one thing about the world, what would it be? If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Toastmaster Subbarao. This is how you conduct the session. Okay. Then the rules and regulations and the timings of the TT, you have to mention that. The rules and regulations of a Toastmaster, of a table topic session is, once a topic is given to a Toastmaster, the Toastmaster cannot change it. But once a topic is given to a guest, the guest has the option of changing a topic, but cannot come back to the previous one. All right. And you have to mention the time, even though the timer has mentioned, you have to mention the time. You have a total of 2 minutes to speak on the topic. The green card will be raised at 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow card, and the red card at 2 minutes. And the red card will be there on till you finish your speech. It will not show you whether you have overshot time. Okay, so these things you have to mention in a table topic set. All right, otherwise, wonderfully done, Toastmaster Tamalika. Now I go on to the table topic section as spoken by the speakers. The first on the screen was Toastmaster Subbarao. His topic was, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Toastmaster Subbarao, you are here. Yeah. You said in your childhood, you never saw plastic in use. As you grew up, you saw the random misuse of plastics around yourself, and you made a solemn vow to put an end to plastics. What I was expecting from you was a personal story of how a plastic caused an injury or damage to someone you love, or a dog or a cat or something, or to the environment. Maybe a story of how it damaged the environment and how we should stop damaging the environment by putting plastics in use this way. Instead of that, you could have mentioned that instead of all this, we can use some other mode. It can be paper bags, it can be jute bags, it can be something which is biodegradable. All right, this is all from my side. Thank you, Toastmaster Subbarao, for coming and speaking. The next person on the table topic section is guest Ashok Pujari. Are you here? Yes, I guest Ashok Pujari. Mr. Ashok, first of all, I would like to thank you for coming and attending this table topic section. You see, most of the time what we do is when a table topic section is conducted, we tend to switch off our videos and hide behind the camera, which you didn't do. You were courageous enough, even as a guest, to come on screen and speak your heart out on the topic. What your topic was, only one dish as lunch and dinner every day. You spoke about how you prefer a particular type of food wherever you go, particular type of dal, lentil, and with the choice, and there are certain places you go, choose your food according to your instincts. What I would maybe like to hear from you was, when you didn't get your favorite food, what did you? Okay, something like that. Otherwise, very well done, Mr. Ashok Pujari. Wonderful. You came up on stage and spoke. That itself is indeed a comment. It is indeed lovely. The next person on the screen is Toastmaster Arijit. Please excuse me. I'll just switch off this AC, my God. Toastmaster Arijit Guha, your topic. Sorry. How artificial intelligence will affect our life. Toastmaster Arijit, one thing I know from this topic which you spoke is you are a very lazy person. That is one thing I have come to know. You said that since childhood, you are and have always a very lazy, laid back kind of a person, a laid back kind of a mentality. So as you grew up and saw the development of artificial intelligence around you, you were very happy because here was someone who could do your work for you. What I was expecting as a Toastmaster from you was, what kind of invention were you talking about during the COVID times? You were saying during COVID, there was an invention. What was this invention? It was not very clear. The second part is, Toastmaster Guho, you have lovely stories with you. The problem with you is you have so much to say and you can't structure it. What I suggest is, before starting to speak, 10 seconds off, organize your thoughts and then start speaking. Okay, you have it in you. You have spoken well before. I have seen it, so you can do it. Don't be lazy. All right. Well done, Toastmaster Guho. The next person I go on to is Toastmaster. Sorry. Oh, thank you. The next person on the podium was Toastmaster Durga Mane. Toastmaster Durga Mane, most beautiful childhood memory. Oh my God, what beautiful childhood memory. Cakes. I love cakes so much that I took it with me to sleep so that nobody can take it away from me. I love that personal story. The way you put it, the expressions, the vocal variety, the kind of emotions you brought out, it was really, really nice. What I was looking for perhaps was when you you baked your first cake for whoever, him or her. What was your reaction? What was their reaction? Maybe something, if you could add on something like this, it would make it more colorful, you know? Otherwise, very well done, Toastmaster Mani. You have given me a lovely topic on which I think I can write on cakes. Thank you so much.
Sure,
Okay, the
Toastmaster
next
Jayati,
person
but
on screen.
sure, Toastmaster Jayati, but honestly, I didn't share that cake with anybody. My first cake.
You were overcome with so much of emotions that you didn't know what to say.
Yeah, correct, correct. No, no,
You
I
had
get it.
so much. Yeah. And it was coming across the way you were excited to talk about it. It was all coming across beautifully done. That is what we want in a Toastmasters, you know, your real feelings, your emotions, which will come with your sentences as you tell them. Toastmaster Himashri, hosts I'd like to meet. You shared a personal story of a god who was sometimes referred to as a ghost whose name was Budha Dangoria. Oh my God, sometimes I would like to go and visit myself. This was in Namgarh when you went down there with your grandmother for a visit. Toastmaster Himashri, it was a lovely story because sometimes we can relate with it. You know, there are certain things or certain places where we are told, don't go, there's a ghost over there. You know, and there are certain incidents also relating with that. So I can very well relate with what we were trying to say. What I was looking for was whether in your message, probably, whether you believe or not believe is entirely up to you. You know, it's like God, whether you believe or don't believe in the God itself is entirely up to you. So you leave it to the audience to decide for themselves. Now you decide whether you want to believe my story or you don't want to believe my story. Okay. So Toastmaster Himashri, very well spoken, wonderfully done. The next person on the podium was guest Rupam. Your topic, guest Rupam, you're here.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yes. Your topic was your biggest fear. You said facing new situations is your biggest fear because as a child, you were very shy and was afraid to come forward and deal with situations like these. This is also quite relatable because my sister was something on your lines. So I can understand your feelings and emotions on that. I was looking for perhaps an incident where you tried to face a fear, being shy, and what happened after. Okay, so maybe see when you add a personal story to anything, whether you're giving a speech, whether you're giving some data, whether you're attempting table topics, or whatever you're doing, whether you're giving a talk at your office, a meeting somewhere at your boss's behest, probably having a presentation. If you give in a personal story, somewhere it is going to connect. When it connects, only then we realize, yeah, I felt like that. He's talking right. This is what I felt. This is what I went through. This is what even I felt that time. So I absolutely relate with that. So I'm telling everyone present over here, try to put in your personal story. Why is Rajorshi such a wonderful speaker? Because he talks about his emotions, which are absolutely related with his personal stories in his life. And that is why we were all listening to it with rapt attention. It was rapt silence.
Right, ma'am. Right.
So, isn't it?
Yes.
So, whenever you are speaking, all of you, whenever you are speaking, take out some personal stories. Sudhika took out personal stories of her father's bicycle. Okay. Himashri talked about a coast which she tried to visit with her grandmother, wanted to see that coast. Okay. And Durga was talking about the cakes she was baking. When you talk about these things, no, it is going to hit your heart. It is going to connect. So stick to your personal stories. This is all I have to say. And there is one thing I wanted to point out. When the link was being shared and everybody was told that you rejoin, it was all done so smoothly. All of us were like cool as cucumber. The transition was wonderful. Lovely. I just loved being in this meeting. And this is all I have for you. I think I have taken too much of your time, I guess. I'm so sorry because I talk too much. Rajoshni knows. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And if I have hurt anybody's sentiments, it was not my intention to do so. And if I have, I apologize. And thank you again for giving me this opportunity. And I hope I can come back to your club again and again. I wish, and I know I will. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
We would look forward to have you, Toastmaster Jayati. It was really a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much.
The tag team reports are left actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry. See, this is the problem. Okay, the timer, can you please come on to the podium and give us your reports?
Wow, what a fantastic session so far, whatever I have. Toastmasters Jayati, the way you have been, it's give the inspiration that how we need to talk, how so many points are learned from based on your evaluation. Yeah, so considering the time crunch, I'm just sharing the timer report. So this is my timer report for all prepared speaker, evaluator, as well as the table topic. And all Toastmasters participants have been qualified. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Subbaraw. I now hand over the podium to the accountant, Toastmaster Prabhadesh.
Thank you. Today we had a very different kind of session. We had seen that even the best speakers had some ahs and ums, and I am sharing the report. This is the report that you can see. Today I felt that for some reason, due to the technical glitch, many of us had some filler words. For example, Rajeshi had the filler words mostly towards the first 2 minutes. After that, he picked up on his energy, and then he was flawless. Tulika Pramanik had a few call starts and used the filler words right and now. And our Madam G also had a few filler words. And Toastmaster Anish had a repeat of thank you in the beginning. And the only flawless speaker today was Toastmaster Subbarao in his table topic speaker speech. That's all from my input.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pramathesh. I now call upon the grammarian on the podium to please present your report.
Thanks, Jayati. If you can just allow me, Pramathesh, to share my screen, please.
You can now share.
No, okay, yeah, I can. Yeah, thanks so much. So yes, so according to my evaluation report and the entire session, I could hear that today was the day where the dictionary was flowing. Basically, the use of, there was such a good use of words, by each one of you. I think it's like something that we have to learn, and it's very rare that we get to hear such a beautiful, words and notes today. Toastmaster Jayati used musical motion, okay, during our conversation, warmth executed, solemn promise or solemn wow. I mean, what coolest cucumber. Wow, I'm going to use this word now, okay, into my conversation, when I'm going to speak in my offices. Himashri, I mean, yeah, she came back with very stronger will, okay. I mean, that's the word that she used. I mean, today, Rajeshri was pouring in, with dictionaries and vocabulary, silver lining. And then he came back with a rhetoric question, how many of you have, ridden a bicycle, okay? Born for better things. Yes, of course, we are all born for better things. And then we had Veena Patel, using the word like stepping stone to move ahead. Wow. And then, Anisha using the word of, Toastmaster Anisha using the word of drop of emotion. I've heard drop of rain, drop of water, drop of oil, and drop of emotion. Wow. So this is something, good usage of word that I came across. Also, thank you everyone for using the word of the day. So word of the day, euphoric was used by Jayati, Toastmaster Jayatri, Himashri, guest Himashri as well. Toastmaster Rajeshri also used that word. Durga, Toastmaster Durga also used euphoric today, and followed by Veena, Toastmaster Veena, and Toastmaster Anisha. So thank you so much for using this word, Toastmasters and the guest today. I feel euphoric. That's my report. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Savita. That was really a lovely, lovely report. It makes us all feel euphoric as well, because all of us have used these words, this word so many times. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. And I now hand over this podium to our wonderful Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Tulika. Over to you, Toastmaster Tulika.
Thank you so much, our general evaluator. Please give a huge round of applause for our general evaluator, Toastmaster Jayati. We already have exceeded so much of time. So without wasting a single moment, I would like to hand over the podium to our president, Toastmaster Durga Mane. The podium is all yours.
Thank you, beautiful Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Tulika. We've had really brilliant session, and I would like to thank Toastmaster Jayati, Toastmaster Anisha for making it really a special session. No doubt we had wonderful speech by Rajeshri, excellent icebreaker speech by Toastmaster Veena, and brilliant table topics by Toastmaster Tamalika. And what really makes me proud is most of these people are, Toastmaster Tulika, Toastmaster Tamalika are first timers, and they were good for being a first timer. So thank you for making us proud. Thank you so much, guest, for making our meeting special. This is the first time that we've really exceeded this meeting by 30 minutes. But yeah, I think all of us did enjoy this. Can we take some last feedback? I'm sorry, just bear with me just for 5 minutes. Yeah. So may I ask Toastmaster Anisha, if you have some feedback for us?
Yes, sure. Can I just keep my video off? I'm just facing
Of
it.
course. No,
Yeah.
we have seen you already. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the invite, for giving me the opportunity to take up a role and to perform. I think it was amazing. I love the session. I love the energy of everyone who graced the podium here today. So whether it's table topics, whether it's the Toastmaster of the day, whether it's the general evaluator, there's so much to learn from each and everyone. So loved my time here. Thank you so much. Over
Thank
to
you
you.
so much, Toastmaster Anisha. It means the world to us. Thank you. Thank you. Toastmaster Mrinal, our area director. Some words of wisdom for us.
I'm totally speechless. 2 hours, 30 minutes meeting until all members are there. So, and also Sunday evening, what I can say, the quality of meeting you bring. So if you bring the quality of the meeting, so automatically everybody wants to stay. So that's the surprise. Even I think it's till 2 hours, 30 minutes, and from starting to end, all members are there. So that shows the quality and enthusiasm of the meeting. So that's all from my side.
Thank
And
you
you
so
people are
much.
doing amazing job, I must say. And
Thank
today
you.
we are witness of some of the eloquent and ebullient speaker. I must say that.
Of course. Thank
And
you.
GE, such an excellent level. Hats off to you. You capture all the minor details, and you just try to point it out those things. If a person implemented, becoming a better person. So that's thing you are pointed out. So that's the exact role of a GE. 1 or 2 points for each and every members. That's becoming a better versions of ourselves. So that's all from my side, because I don't want to take any more time. It's almost 2 hours, 30 minutes, and enjoy a lot, I must say. Over to you, Toastmaster Durga.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our area director. This coming from our area director means the world again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Jayati, do you have some more feedback for us? Of course, each of words, all of us have noted, and we will try to implement this. What I like best about your I liked everything, but one thing I've definitely learned is taking mentor's name, spelling out the mentor with each. That is something that we do not do, and we'll start doing that. So that gets implemented. Apart from that, any other feedback for us? Toastmaster
Me to speak even after speaking so much. People will run away.
No, everybody's here.
Definitely no.
No, I have nothing more to say. I have said it in my evaluation.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, ma'am,
Rajarshi
I
ki
have
bhalo
got
bolechish
one word for
re.
you,
Oh,
ma'am. Shall I, ma'am?
yeah.
Jayati,
tell-
ma'am,
yeah,
you
yeah.
smile awesome. The way you keep your
Oh.
smile every time. That is the first,
That's why
first
I told
quotient
na,
of
the
a
person.
communicator. It's a wonderful, nice, wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
Today
I told
today
in the
I am
introduction that the
all
person
for.
will come across.
Today I am all for Rajarshi. তুমি ভালো বলেছিস না? It was so good.
Thank
It
you.
was
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Thank you very much.
Was
This was my
Very,
final,
very nice.
this was my last speech of level 5, and I really wanted to do
Ah.
justice to it. Hope I did that. So yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Excellent. Thanks.
Yes, you did
Awesome.
great.
Thanks a lot. Toastmaster Shubham, you have some thoughts on the meeting? This is your first meeting. How did you like the meeting? Shubham, are you there?
Yeah, Rupam, ma'am, actually.
No, there's one person named Shubham also. Shubham, are you
Okay,
there?
sorry.
Okay, looks like we've lost him. Okay, so Rupam, you have some feedback for the meeting?
Yeah, actually, it's a nice experience for me because I haven't came here before and never experienced these things. So yeah, it's very nice to see everyone expressing their thoughts of our life, and also nice conversation to the topics you have given us. So yep, it's nice, really nice to see.
Okay,
And
thanks.
I have learned something new, and I think I can develop myself also by
The
this.
way you
So
spoke,
thank you.
Rupam, we never thought you're not a speaker. It was almost a mini speech that you gave. So you're on it. I think you should consider being a Toastmaster. But yeah, we leave it up to you. So keep visiting us.
Thank you.
Seema, do you have any feedback for us? Seema is guest.
Yes, Durga, it was definitely a very, very nice session, an interesting one, and definitely I had learned a lot today. So the new things like table topic and all this thing I had experienced for the first time. Okay, and it was definitely a very informative session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Seema. With that, I think I will now declare. So do we have results, or we are sharing certificate at later point of time, Pramatesh?
There will be no polls today due to the technical glitch that
Sure,
happened
yeah.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I will just share the certificates over the WhatsApp to all of the people who
Sure.
participated.
Plus, I think it is very difficult to decide who is the best one. We had all the best people today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I also have a request that I have shared the guest packet. The guests can download it, and I have also shared a link, Google link, so they can fill up the form, and so that we can get back to them and understand what are their needs. So please fill up this form, and we will reach out to you. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you. So with that, I think we have Shubham back. Shubham, can you hear us? Do you want
Yes,
to
I'm
speak
able to
about
hear.
overview? Yeah. Do you want to speak about how did you find your first meeting? So Shubham is our first time at Toastmaster. So yeah, go ahead, Shubham.
It was a great experience and hope to speak in next meeting.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much.
It was
Shubham.
2.5 hours, but it doesn't feel that boring because it was very interested. We didn't know how the 2.5 hours went.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham. It was pleasure to have you. So with that, I don't want to keep everybody waiting. Excellent dinner must be waiting for each one of us. I think I have to cook, of course. So with that, I would declare this meeting to be finished. I mean, we've completed this 94th meeting, and next week is our 95th meeting. I would encourage each one of you to participate in next meeting too. And I declare this meeting as completed. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for joining this meeting. Thank